about a week after my Ocrevus infusion, I went on a beautiful staycation with my mom, and I just spent the whole weekend healing and recovering fully from the infusion. So I am currently on a little bit of a staycation with my mom at the 12 Apostles Hotel. I am feeling so good after my Ocrevus infusion. I got really sick. I was super dizzy. I had a sore throat. It's now a week later and I actually still have a sore throat and my chest is really tight. So I had quite an icky reaction to the Ocrevus infusion. My mom is actually here. She has a conference here. And so I decided to join her for a little weekend away, and it's honestly rejuvenated me so much post Ocrevus. This morning I went for the most amazing massage, and it was just so divine and made my body feel so good, and I'm so happy that I did that for myself. I've also gone through a little bit of a depression this last week. I've actually struggled with depression kind of like this whole year on and off, but it got really bad after the Ocrevus infusion, and I think that was just because it was a hard infusion and then I got sick afterwards, and so I think that it just kind of set my spirit a little bit down and I was feeling really down. But I think that I often feel a little bit down at the end of the year just because sometimes I feel like I didn't accomplish everything that I wanted to accomplish at the beginning of the year. For this vlog, I'm going to share with you some of the things that I do to help me when I'm in a little bit of a depression and how I care and nurture myself post Ocrevus, especially when I'm feeling a little bit down. Luckily, I'm in the most beautiful location, and so it is so beautiful to rejuvenate my spirit when I'm in this exquisite place, and it's honestly really helped me just feel a lot better. I am going to set my journal up here and have a little journaling session. And also, how exquisite is this view? Weekend, I was still super sick. I went to the Ocrevus infusion, like I said in my last video, about 2 months after my infusion was actually due, and that was because I was having some problems with my medical insurance covering the cost of the Ocrevus infusion. So that was super stressful and took a long time to get sorted. Luckily, it got sorted, and 2 months after my Ocrevus infusion was due, so that was 8 months, I received my infusion. Maybe it was because it was 2 months overdue, or maybe it was just because of where my immune system was at. I'm not sure. Basically, I got the infusion. The whole day went really well. If you want to know all about the Ocrevus infusion, the ins and outs, I have a video all about that. So I got my infusion, flash forward a couple of days, and I was still feeling really dizzy, really lethargic, and all around not okay. It is super normal for Ocrevus to mimic symptoms of a common cold, but this was to a new level and it was super crazy. I actually started getting a little bit worried. So I was very dizzy, my throat was sore, and I got what seemed to be like a chest infection kind of a thing. But for the first 3 days, it was basically just dizziness and a lot of fatigue and exhaustion. I only got the sore throat and the chest infection about 5 days, maybe a week 5 days to a week after the actual infusion. So that's when I started getting a little bit of a chest infection. My immune system was obviously low, so it was possible that I contracted something at the hospital, or I don't know, just out in the world. I'm not entirely sure, but it was kind of weird that the symptoms happened straight after the Ocrevus infusion, so I'm not entirely sure what went on. So basically I got a chest infection, and that was really hectic. I'm still struggling with my throat, my chest and my voice, and now it's been about 3 weeks after I've had the infusion. And so I'm still in recovery mode. I'm honestly still trying to recover after the infusion and just get my footing again and start feeling like my usual self. It has been a little bit of a challenge, but I'm just trying to make the most of it. And yeah, that's basically where I'm at right now. Overall, the infusion experience went really well, and if you are someone who is nervous about getting the Ocrevus infusion, I just want you to know that I know that it's nerve-wracking, but I promise that you will be okay. Make sure that you communicate with your doctor, communicate with your nurse, and also make sure that you have things in place that are going to help you feel better during the infusion process. I always say I love to have oracle cards, I love to have a journal on hand, I also love to have podcasts and things that just make me feel a lot better during the infusion process. So that's basically where I'm at right now. I still have a lot of work to get through today, so I'm going to let you come along with me for the rest of the day. It is nearly the end of the day, so I don't have that much work still to do, so I'm hoping that I'm still going to enjoy a little bit of this good weather that we're having. To say that I am finished working. About an hour has gone by and I've just been doing some university work. I am a master's student, and so I just had a couple of things to finish up, and the weather is looking amazing. One thing that was really prevalent after my Ocrevus infusion was how depressed I got. I went through a little bit of a depression, and I don't think that's because of the Ocrevus. I was anyway going through a little bit of I don't know, just a low point in my life at the moment. And so one thing that's really been helping is a lot of supplements. So I've been taking some magnesium. I also have been taking 5-HTP, which has been really, really helpful. And I've also been getting some sunlight. Vitamin D is super important, and it just completely boosts my mood and makes me feel so good. And yeah, I just really love getting out into the sunlight, and I'm making quite an effort to be doing that now, especially since I've been going through a bit of a depression.
Who's the target? Sorry, I'm not in the market. If I quit buying, you can't say.
Feels so beautiful to be out in the sun, enjoying nature. I can honestly feel like I'm just regaining my strength and being so nourished by the beautiful elements all around me. Love spending time in nature. It makes me feel so rejuvenated, and honestly I highly recommend, if you're ever feeling down or just, I don't know, just not feeling like your full self, get outside in nature and allow the elements to heal you. Let them enter your body and just feel how much they nurture and nourish you. The important thing that I've been doing is, there are a couple of places in my life where I can feel I have some energetic leaks. This can be from someone in your life who is not aligned with you. This could be from an ex-partner. This could be from anything. Wherever your energetic leaks are, I highly recommend you create space and time to pull all those energy centers back into you, regain your power, command that your power come back to you, because I've been feeling a little bit emotionally weak, and I've honestly felt like I've been under some kind of a psychic attack. And this might sound silly, especially if you're someone that doesn't really believe in this kind of thing, but since I really do believe in this, I know the power of calling your energy centers back, when I did the shamanic healing, she had said she had given me like a little bit of a spell to do, which is basically about calling my power back to me and reinserting and just kind of reasserting my energetic boundaries so that I can take up more space in the world and be a powerful person and just be living more in my authentic self. My authentic self loves to be seen, loves to heal and share from a place of love, and I just want to be in my authentic self. And in order for me to do that, and in order for me to share authentically, I need to be bold, and I need to stop fearing being seen, and I need to stop fearing the judgments of others. And I can feel that all the spaces within me where I do fear the judgment of others, where I do have fear, is a lot to do with those energetic leaks. So it's about calling your power back and just strengthening your auric field so that you can stand more firmly in what you believe in, so that you can therefore do what you want to do in this world. And for me, I want to create, I want to be a writer, I want to write books, I want to share videos, I want to make content. Those are all the things that are super close to my heart, and in order for me to do them, I have to believe in myself, I have to be bold, and I also have to have a strong auric field and a strong energy center. And so that's kind of what I'm doing, is just regaining my power in this beautiful world. Moving your body is one of those things that it doesn't matter if you have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, whatever you have, it somehow works to shift your energy. Moving your body is my #1 tip to help you recover from your Ocrevus infusion, also to elevate your mood. I've really been utilizing the power of movement as a way for me to help me just boost my mood and feel better about myself. This can be through dancing, walking, running, yoga, weightlifting, whatever works for you. I find that that's the best way to have a consistent movement practice, is to just find what works for you and to stick with it. And that ultimately leads to you having a consistent movement practice. Now, much later in the day, I am doing my wind down routine. I have always been a really difficult sleeper since I was a child, and so there are a lot of things that I like to do to just help me sleep, because sleep is obviously so important for your mental health and also your physical health. So for starters, I always take some magnesium. Magnesium really helps me not have anxiety at night, and it's also great for your wind down routine. I also drink a lot of chamomile, and I stopped drinking any caffeine, even tea. So I used to drink a lot of English breakfast tea in the evening, but even that has caffeine, so I just drink lots of chamomile tea and rooibos tea. If I'm really struggling to sleep, I'll have some valerian root, which is super great for sleep. Another thing that I've been implementing into my evening routine is having 5-HTP, which also really helps with sleep. So I'm gonna get in my bath and begin my evening routine. I'm super excited to wind down and have a relaxing evening.